Paul was somebody who was often attacked. He was often betrayed. He was often name-called. People talked badly about him behind his back and to his face. And Paul didn't have a great reputation. He wasn't a super apostle, as some of them were called in 2 Corinthians. So Paul needed to know something about himself. He needed to know that the person who would judge him was his Lord and Saviour. He needed to know that it wasn't up to him to judge himself. That's what you'll find in 2 Corinthians, the early chapters of 2 Corinthians. He's not concerned to defend himself. He's not concerned to prove himself right. He's not concerned to make sure that everybody knows he's got a good reputation. That's not his concern. He doesn't even really mind if he thinks himself he has a good conscience. What he's concerned about is, what does my Lord think about me? And he's prepared to entrust himself to his Lord. But that gives him a kind of bold courage that is both humble and daring. And so when you've got this identity, this self-knowledge that comes not from what you think about yourself, or not from what other people think about yourself, but what you think God thinks about you and what God has called you to do, that allows you to move through life in a different way. And so you're humble and you're courageous at the same time. And that's how Paul, I think, used his self-knowledge. Obviously, there's other things that you could say about Paul's self-knowledge in different ways. So when he gets to his thorn in the flesh, he knows himself in a particular way, and he knows how to use his sufferings to minister to others. He knows how to use what he's learned about grace in the midst of sufferings to benefit others. And you can see Paul selecting things from his life in such a way that display self-knowledge and apply self-knowledge to others. But the crucial thing about Paul wasn't that he knew himself, but that he knew that he was known by God.